done. Let me see. Some, oh, I gotta put the intro. Put that down, and then I gotta go here, right? This is what let's get it.
Welcome all to Let's Get It, where we attack today's local and national hottest sports topics. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, and let's get after it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Get It. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, along with my co-host and producer, Jason Bryce. And then always, co-host Marcus Bullock, coming to you on a early but beautiful Sunday morning here. Got a lot to attack after taking a week off last week, and a lot of big news on the front of the Sixers, the Eagles, got maybe a little bit of Phillies talk. But as always, before we get into any talk, I'd like to check in with everyone. Coach, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, man. All's good. Running around a lot. A lot going on right now, but it's all positive stuff. So, just trying to keep my calendar in line, which is always tough.
Now, do you have like the calendar app?
I just use my iPhone calendar.
Okay.
I have different colors for different things, like the kids stuff's green. Anything that's like family, like we all need to be there is blue. All my work stuff's brown. Like,
okay,
it's tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you originally that way, or was that something that somebody influenced you that way?
I think trial and error. I got that way. Nobody said here's how nobody said that. It was just kind of like just trial and error stuff.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Pray for me, because I need to get there. I don't know how to. I think I'm fighting it. I think that's what it is. I for whatever reason, I just try to rely on my memory, but it's not going good.
Well, see,
so pray for me in that regard, please.
I mean, you got to, Jay. You got to get on board with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm struggling with that, but I mean, maybe because you know what, you guys got good iPhones, though, right?
That is true.
Like 11. You have over 10?
Yes.
Okay. See, I'm still below 10. I have the 7.
It still has a calendar app.
It does. Can you color code it though? I don't know.
I believe so.
Okay. Well, I'm colorblind, so it don't matter.
Okay, well, that don't matter anyway.
And, my colorblind is so bad. I really thought that my furniture that I have downstairs was brown. Did not know it was gray. This whole time, I brought it, everything. I just knew it was brown. It is gray. And I knew that because I was trying to get carpet this week, which is very expensive, by the way. But they tell me, no, it's gray. I said, now, come on, stop playing with me. The thing is brown. It's been brown this whole time. We talking about it's gray now. You know what I'm saying? It's really gray, though.
Well, now, were you going with area rugs, or were you trying to get all flooring?
No, I was trying to get some rug up, going up the steps or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So didn't want to do an area rug or whatever. Just wanted to, wanted to have some carpet. You know what I'm saying? Some people say, oh, why you want carpet? Oh, it's so, it gets so hot, this and that. But I can't wake up in the winter and step on hard floor like that. I've never done that when I was growing up. So I always had carpet. You know what I'm saying? So carpet it is.
Yeah, all right. I mean, listen, everything is a little more expensive now. I mean,
it is, but it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I gotta get there, man. Please pray for me. But I do want to say something. Wait a minute, Coach. Is this?
Yes.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow! See, so first of all, let's just acknowledge that it is Coach's birthday today, and
It is.
welcome to the 40-40 Club. We gotta give you your own shout out.
I was listening. Happy birthday to you, my man.
I appreciate it.
And I mean, still got a little bit to get there.
Yeah, you're on the way.
Yeah.
You're right there.
3 years away. This will be 37.
They're coming up.
Yeah, this will be 37.
All right. Well, then, yeah. So you'll be right there.
You're
It's right there.
Yeah.
You're right there.
You know,
You're right
It's
there.
all the same at this point.
You know,
It's all good.
well, I have noticed that, and as you get old, like after 35, whatever,
Mhm.
injuries are different.
That is true.
Injuries are much
Mhm.
different. You know, you don't recuperate as easily.
Sure.
That's true.
So,
Did you have an injury? I didn't see you. Did you have? What did you have?
I mean, I didn't I know. I'm just, I noticed
didn't
my
have any,
knee.
You didn't have any back issues, did you?
No,
Oh, man.
No.
but no, like I'm saying, I have like a knee that I'm just can't shake it.
Just
Can't get
I
right.
can't shake
Not
it.
getting
You know, I can't tell you what it was. I just can't shake it. But
It happens though.
yeah, listen. But if you say happy birthday, any plans? Any plans for the birthday?
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it doesn't, like, when you get older, you have kids, like, your birthday doesn't change anything. Like, they still
Yeah.
have games.
Yeah,
They still have to get places.
That's
everything,
right.
You know, so, yeah, right. This is why we're going so early today. I have to coach a game at 10 o'clock down in Pittman.
Wow.
Then I got to go back down there for another game at 4:30. My daughter's actually up north playing softball right now, so
Everyone's all over the place.
all over the place.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
It's all a blessing anyway.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the softball seasons, I mean, I know for you and for you, how the season's going.
So the school team is it's we just stay positive.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
Developing.
Yeah, we stay positive.
I like
and I
that.
will say this: there's a lot of my daughter's in 8th grade. There's a lot of younger girls on the team, and we're playing a lot of teams that have mostly 7th, 8th graders.
Mhm.
So they're taking their lumps, but hopefully in the next couple of years they'll learn from it and get better from it. On her travel side, the club team, they're the second seed in their tournament right now, so they play at 9:45. So we'll see how that goes.
Nice.
They're doing well.
Nice. How about you, Jay? How's softball going?
Yeah, it's
staying positive
yes,
also?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
staying positive. It's developing.
That's all you can do.
I love the home games. I do. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have a bus, so that means that it's extra work for me. So as much as I look forward to my daughter playing and stuff like that, but that kind of sets me in crisis mode because now I have to get her out to the game and I got to figure out how I can sneak out of work and leave a little early so she can get there on time. And you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of a hassle, but then it's developing. But within that development, I do think, and I have to check myself because maybe I'm just this type of person that just analyzes everything. I still think that even in development, everybody needs opportunity, especially when you're giving opportunity after opportunity,
Right.
in other regards.
Right.
I mean, there really should be no bench players. Let me just say that. And that's what I'm going to say.
Okay. Listen, I agree, though. I think that in development, everyone should get a chance to develop. I agree.
Yeah.
And I understand. I can't relate to this.
There's a lot of development going on.
Oh, okay.
Especially when it doesn't matter who's doing
It
And I can relate to the bus issue. Oh, man.
No, I don't like that. Especially when you see other teams pull up with their buses.
That's what I don't understand. That's
why
why
it's like, wow.
yeah, that's why I don't.
So our bus situation has been a struggle, and I don't care. It's been known that our kids getting picked up at 1 o'clock
Mhm.
and taken to the other school. So, for example, the other day we had a away game at Penn Tech, which is a 15-minute ride away.
Yeah.
So, 1:15 they're arriving at the school for a 3:45, 4 o'clock game.
And I'm gonna tell you why, because I actually got into it with somebody because we were on a trip. And I got into it with the bus people. Unfortunately. They take them that early because those same drivers still have to make their run.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And see, I didn't get that because I don't figure out how other people, I just ride the bus. You know what I'm saying? So anything that happens behind the scene of the bus, I don't want to be responsible for. I just want to be responsible for riding the bus. You know what I'm saying? So even in whatever, I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand the bus driver shortage because they went out, of course, COVID, but
Yeah.
okay, well, where did all them bus drivers go?
No,
Where'd they go? I don't know. But neither here or there. You know what I'm saying? We still, you know, as parents of the community and stuff like that, we just have to participate. But, you know, when we're participating, that's why it's even more important to make sure that everybody is developing, because you're driving to these places, you're going to these different things. Like, so it's not like, you know, it's all good.
No,
It's
I hear what you're saying. You have to reward the time invested. You know, sometimes like you always have to take acknowledgement of, they listen, you know, such and such was up today at 6:00, just like everybody else. They did the hour ride. So I understand. As I said, you know, the bus shortage has been challenging because, you know, I mean, you're sitting there, you're getting to a game 3 hours early. It's like you can get out to the field that early. Yeah. You know, so I understand the struggle.
Well, at least you're getting a ride. You know what I'm saying? I will say that.
Well, it was either get there that early or no away games, and I was like, oh well, I guess we'll get there that early.
We got to transport. That's what I'm saying. We got transport. So I mean, and again, like I said, if I was, you know, local or whatever, it'd be something different. But then, you know, I'm coming 30 to 45 minutes away. Then still got to get, maybe, let's God forbid the game is in Medford, like a couple of weeks ago or whatever. Then we got to drive out there. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a little challenging or whatever, but. You know, it's all developing. It's all developing. Yeah.
All about development.
Yeah.
Well,
it's all good.
Well, speaking of development, I think, you know, this week we had some big developing news with Joel Embiid's injury.
That's a bit of a damper. That's a bit of a concern. I don't think it requires surgery. I do feel like, I don't want to suppress the talk, but I just want to. I don't know, I'm being telekinetic a little bit. A lot of people feel as though Doc was wrong. I don't know. I'm more of, what's up with Siakam? Like, that was a dirty play. And some may say, oh, well, it was just a basketball play. I don't know. That seemed a little more vitriol on that. You know what I'm saying? That come through. Like, I don't know, particularly the history. You know what I'm saying? One saying he's soft, one saying he's this. Then it particularly came right after the whole, you know, the TWA plane. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, nobody's talking about that, though. I've heard no one talk about that. All I've heard is, oh, Doc kept him in too long. I don't know.
I agree. I have no problem with what Doc did. I think over the years as a coach, what I've kind of learned is I'm going to keep my guys in until I feel like you've waved the white flag. Right. And if you're not waving the white flag and I'm still unsure about this, right, I'm keeping my guys in. Right. And I genuinely think when he dunked that ball, I think that was key. That was it. Yeah. And I think the next stoppage, he would have been out. Right. It just so happened the very next play is when it happened. The Siakam thing, I didn't see it as I don't know. I feel like we see that move all the time and guys get hit, and maybe there was a little more to it. It's interesting because those guys, I believe, are from the same area. I believe they're close. Right. So I know they were going back and forth, you know, through the media and stuff, but I don't know. I just thought it was an unfortunate play at the time that it happened. I didn't see, you know, I don't know.
Well, you got a tech for it. You got a tech for it. I just thought it was like a dirty play. I don't know why I thought that. I also thought was that Scotty Barnes? No, on the closeout with Harden. That was dirty too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was some dirty plays, I thought. But the good thing is that, you know what? I see him missing one game. So I'm okay with that. I don't think it's going to be any type of structural damage. I think he'll clear the protocols and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, going back to the Siakam thing, though, I mean, like he was immediate to go over and apologize to JoJo after the play.
I didn't see that.
So he did go over and apologize.
Really?
So, I mean.
Well, Will Smith cried, too, and gave a speech on it and everything, too. I'm just saying. I'm just bringing context to the situation.
But my thing is, like I said, my biggest worry, again, is, you know, Joel was struggling already with the thumb injury, you know, ever since that. Now he's going to have to deal with this.
He'll be fine. He's a warrior.
Oh, he is.
He's a warrior.
He is, you know, but they're talking about, I know, I think he might end up missing 2 games. All depends. I mean, I think 2 games is going to be tough on the Sixers because, I mean, it was already going to be tough going down to Miami to start the series.
Yeah, I mean, Game 5 is what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm looking for. If I'm a fan strategizing, Game 5 is when I'm like, yo, figure this shit out, figure out rotations, get your games at home. So if everybody stands pat and get the games at home, that Game 5 in Miami is when you're going to have to get over that hump. If you could steal one, maybe that first one, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about, I don't know. Miami's tough, man.
No, they are tough. And I mean, the thing is now I know, that, of course, Doc said, we're going to run an offense that runs through James, now with Joel out. I don't know how confident I feel with the offense running through James. You're looking at him to be your top scorer right now.
Well, I agree with all that. And just going back to the injury thing real quick, one thing I wanted to say. I think all the talk about Doc's playoff failures also led to him keeping those guys in longer because he wanted to make sure that didn't happen. But back to what they have to do now. I mean, without Embiid, I don't think they win a game. So if Embiid's not playing, I don't think they can steal one. I think they got one in the regular season when Harden and Embiid didn't play, but I think that's regular season.
Yep.
I think it's just a different animal. The good thing for the Sixers is that Jimmy's not 100%. Kyle Lowry's not 100%. So that's positive. I think if you say James Harden, it's now your team, I think we'll see a different James Harden.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it's going to be Houston James Harden where he's that explosive, but I think he'll be much more aggressive. I think we'll see the 700 dribbles into the step back and 1 threes. I think we'll see all that. It's just a matter of can they – and the good – like – Miami's not big, so it's not defensively where they're going to kill us.
Offensively.
It's just going to be, can we score enough to keep up?
Yeah. Like I said, I think that you hit on that too. I mean, just before that, Doc had to answer more and more questions about, being down 3-1. And in the back of his mind, if this series goes to a game 7, the pressure on him is going to be enormous. And like you said, I think that did contribute to him saying, I'm going to leave these guys in here until I know that we got this locked down. And on
top of that, I think that, they wanted to have like a little smackdown. Toronto was talking mad shit.
Oh, their fans.
Listen, they were talking mad shit. The media's talking mad shit. I mean, listen, at halftime, I'm still nervous.
And it got to 25-30 quick. It wasn't like a build up. It was just like I looked up and they were up 12. I look up again, they're up 27. I'm like,
But then I'm nervous about it because it's a game of runs, right? And Toronto, all it takes is think about it how they were in that. Was it game 1 or 2 or whatever when they were up big and then the lead started to dissipate.
Yeah. Well, and that's been the Sixers' MO all season.
So that's why I'm like, nah, keep this shit in until you're confident.
Yeah.
As much as I don't like her commentary,
I think she's getting better.
Do you really?
I do. I don't mind her as much.
Oh yeah, I'm like,
it's just, she does have her extra moments. But I think she's getting better.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know.
She's done. You don't have to hear her anymore. So.
Yeah, she's done now. What do you think about Allah?
Allah's getting better. I think he's getting better a little bit. I think he's stepped up. Stepped up after Zumov. You know what? It's funny because for a while I didn't like Zumov. I didn't like him at first, but then I watched him over the years and feel like it's the same way I felt like with Matt Cord, right? So. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's part of me, like the vintage Sixers, vintage. So I'm thinking about old school stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But actually, Matt Cord is actually pretty dope. He's actually all right, man. So I mean, at the end of the day, listen. All right, so Phil said it wasn't a dirty play; it was a Euro step. I don't know, man. You're right. It's right. It has how the body moves or whatever. If you look back at it, you'll see his face just a little. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, my only comeback on that is that Will Smith was crying tears. That's
you,
it.
You know, I said it had to get that series, and I think it all plays contribute. I mean, now you go to the Miami series. I mean, in general, even with the healthy Embiid, I think Miami was going to be trouble for us. But I actually didn't feel that great about the series. So, like you said, if the games that Embiid misses, we're going to lose. I mean, you know, and like you said, that regular season win, I don't really play a whole much weight to that. So we shall see.
Why you put no weight to it?
Because the regular season win, to me, that NBA regular season is so much different.
It is, but I mean, but it's some type. There's confidence though that you can, you know what I'm saying, like especially for Maxey, you know what I'm saying, young player. You know he's going to see some D. You know what I'm saying. You know, Tobias can stay the way he's been playing.
I was going to say he's been playing well.
Danny Green has been playing very well, I thought. I don't know. I like our chances. I'm never, you know, if it's B-ball Paul, or I think you have to dust off Paul Millsap a little bit.
And I think he can play in this series.
Right. I think he gets a little reinvigorated a little bit. I still don't think DeAndre does, though. I just think that, you know, they'll have him out on the perimeter, and there's nothing he can do out there. So, you know, maybe sit him down or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. I still like our chances. You know, and I don't think Jimmy Butler's a superstar. I think he's a star. So, and he's tough.
Excuse me. I apologize. I know. Here we go. Go ahead.
We're just waiting for it to all go.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, what was I doing? You heard me over here. I was trying to do what I could.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
You know.
That's all good. That's all good. That's all. We all got a little gargle right now.
I was going to say.
It's all good.
And
they call it allergy. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. But, yo, I still like our chances, man. You know what I mean? Like, we're fans. We still got to root for them.
For sure.
You know, I don't know if I go to the game now, but, you know what I'm saying? We're still going to root for them.
And of the matchups they could have, I'd rather play Miami than Boston. I'd rather play Miami than Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. Even without Chris Middleton, I'd rather play Miami than Milwaukee. So, I mean, you're going to have to start playing better teams at some point.
Regardless. So we got it. Let's see what we got.
Oh, yeah. The way Boston's playing, they look really good.
Yeah, Boston stuff.
Well, I think Boston was up for that game.
There's no question about that.
They were up for that game. So I don't know. Milwaukee is a better matchup than Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? You have better defenders, I think, on Milwaukee than you did on Brooklyn.
But Chris Middleton out is going to hurt them a lot.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Well, but Grayson Allen picks up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because of the shooting.
And Giannis is unstoppable. So
Yeah, so we'll see, man. You know, we'll see. I mean, it's a shame. That's right. We haven't talked about Benjamin.
I was going to say, going to that series, not even just Benjamin, like just what this, and to look at it real quick, the state of the Brooklyn Nets, like after this sweep, the situation with Ben, like they're a mess.
They almost feel like enlarged, magnified Indianapolis Colts. Like they took a chance on somebody. They realized that he's.
I don't know how he spun that one, but
I think that Ben Simmons is the basketball Carson Wentz.
Speaking of Carson, you know the Eagles signed another Carson.
Only you would.
I mean, they saw it. They signed a guy named Carson Strong.
Oh wow! You know what? And listen, because it's early, I'll be honest with you. The memories doesn't start just yet. But you just bringing that up, that I can't wait for the next segment.
No,
I can't. But you know what? Because you know what? I want you guys to admit that you know what? Okay. Because you have to admit it, though.
No, we don't.
No.
You have to admit it.
No.
You have to admit it. It's either that
as an educator, you should know better.
Listen, it's either that or it's a personal problem. It's a personal.
No, it's not. But let's go back.
We'll finish this.
We will, because I've already formulated my approach to that. So, but with Brooklyn, go ahead. You were saying, you're actually making a good point.
Listen, I just think that, you know what? In some ways, I feel okay because number one, I've been saying the boy is sick. He's got mental problems. Everybody was like, nah. Something's wrong. Clearly. What that is, I don't know. Does that still make him soft, weak? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As far as basketball wise, yes, that's soft, that's punk, that's whack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there really was no difference between game 3 and 4, right? You could play, just play. You show up, do something. Scotty Barnes, he was out there playing. You know, you're hurt. You're doing your thing. You should want to. You should be defeated that you can't play. Like even look, I mean, Fred Van Fleet, right? Even his little Hulkamania, peeling the jersey and whatever. You could tell there was like a letdown, a disappointment.
When he was sitting on the bench, he just looked.
He looked
defeated.
He looked defeated. Yeah. Ben looked happy than the motherfucker. It's like, he like see me, check me out.
Well, yeah, especially with that outfit he was wearing.
All the outfits, all of them.
You got a whole bench
from the time that when he first started appearing on the bench. It wasn't a Philly game, it was before then. Right. But he really stepped up.
He was in like lime green like the first time he went out there.
Right. So it's just like the attention and like he's got problems. Like he's got serious problems. I don't think he does anything for Brooklyn.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I actually go back. I don't even think that his jersey will be $20. You know what I'm saying? I go back on that because I said that he'll be a Hall of Famer. I don't know. I
don't think he plays a game for Brooklyn.
That's an interesting point of view.
I don't.
And you might be right because what I read this morning, like, yo, dude is losing money. And you got Kyrie saying, like, when we got to manage this thing, like that's a bold move. But I get it. That's a bold move, though. And then Durant, I never, and you guys can attest to that, I've never been a Kevin Durant fan. Never have. I think one time I might have been, and that's when I brought my son to KD. Remember when KDs came out? Everybody was rocking KDs. I brought my son a pair of KDs. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I like KD. All right, I like these sneakers. But, he never played in no pressure situation. So I didn't expect him to like carry Brooklyn forward. The real leader and the alpha on there is Kyrie. But then he neuters everybody. He neutered Steve Nash. He neutered him. We don't really need no coach. We can coach ourselves.
Insane.
He neutered him.
That's insane.
He took away all his power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what hurt them. I think in those kind of situations where you have a team like Boston who's got a great defensive game plan, you need a coach who can counter that.
Right.
And Steve Nash never did it. He still had, Kevin Durant dribbling the ball up the court. As soon as he gets over half court, they're doubling. And I thought it was simple stuff they could have done. And I know everybody says, oh, well, these are superstars. You just let them. No. I think that's what the teams that win coach their guys to put them in the best situation.
Well, I mean, you go back to all the good teams like that were able to have superstars that were coached well. Phil Jackson, had two huge superstars, was able to coach them, had the respect of both those guys. Right. But going back in defense of Steve Nash, was he allowed to even coach? Did these guys even listen to him?
I don't know.
And that's what I'm saying. He might have said, listen, I got XYZ game plan, but these guys don't even aren't listening.
And that's where I go back to when you want to try to build a championship team, you can't bring in a guy who's never coached before.
True indeed. With those particular,
those kind of,
you got to have the guy that they can look at and say, okay, why should I listen to this guy? Because they've had this track record.
They were Boston was up for the particularly Smart, Tatum, and Brown.
Absolutely.
They were like, Kyrie tried to sun us. He tried to play us. He tried to use us as his example to try to get back good with LeBron, this and that. It's a whole lot that was there. Where it might be all love, but they was coming to play. So shame on Kyrie for not getting his. They were up for when they were in Philly. They looked unstoppable. Mm-hmm. Okay, but versus Boston, except for that game one, Kyrie looked insane. Other than that, he looked average at best. Right. Average at best.
It's Kyrie is just such an anomaly. Like he can go out there, any game he wants, drop 50 points.
Yes.
And then it's just, but you have so much that comes with him.
Right. But then you had that, and then you had Benjamin too.
Yeah.
See, because then the Benjamin narrative got brought back up.
Right. And again, it was all of a sudden you had all this focus on Ben Simmons, and then, he's going to play. Then all of a sudden before the game, he's not able to play. I thought at no point, I did not think he was going to step on the floor. I didn't care what I heard.
I thought he was gonna dress for Game 4. I didn't think they were gonna put him in. That's what I thought.
Yeah. And
then if they won, they would have maybe used him later on in the series.
I just think that's very convenient. I mean, that's just very, convenient. Just like, like I said with the whole Siakam thing, certain situations, like, wow, hey, they had beef and now he's the one that injures Joel. That's very coincidental. You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons, hey, you know what? They're down 3-0. Now all of a sudden he got back pain. I'm just saying, it's coincidences,
right?
You know what I'm saying, that are very familiar. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I go that far though, Phil, because Kyrie did win, and I think, Kyrie did win. I like Gilbert Arenas. He kind of said, he said Kyrie's slowly turning into Gilbert Arenas. Great player, but his way of thinking is not conducive to playing team sports. That's fair, but I just think Kyrie's he just needs to be reeled in. Kyrie needs a leader. He wants to be the alpha, and he is an alpha, but I think he's intimidated by other alphas. So he can get Durant. Durant's a Robin.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Made to feel like a Batman when they were in Golden State, because they was like, yo, just make him feel like you don't even worry about it. Make him feel good.
I think there's guys who have Batman skills, but Robin leadership qualities.
That's fair.
And I think like a guy, even Kyrie, Durant, Gilbert Arenas, I think it's the same way. Like those dudes they're all unstoppable. Like if in the right situation where they have somebody directing them and directing the flow of everything.
Right.
But when they're the voice, this is how we're going to do it, they can't.
Yeah.
They can't.
So do you think James Harden is a Robin with Batman qualities?
I don't think James Harden's a leader at all.
Okay.
And I don't say that in like a negative way. I just don't think that's who
he is.
I feel like he just wants to go out and hoop and like, let me just do my thing. And if it doesn't work out, all right, well, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Right.
Okay. So on this Sixers team, you got Joel as your leader. Who would you put as your number 2 leader?
Tobias or Danny Green.
I was going to say Danny Green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Danny Green. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. It's either one or the other. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think in here, you're going to see a more comfortable Jimmy.
I agree.
And I'm going to tell you why. I think that what you've been seeing is because he's not this is bringing him back to his OKC days when he plays with Embiid, because he doesn't know. I don't think he knows, like, hey, listen, you know what? I've always been the dancer. I don't know what it is to just get the swing and have an open shot. I don't really know what that is.
And even at OKC, because he was a 6-man,
right?
He was always the guy to come in and just let him go.
Just let him go, right?
Like he was always that guy. So even then, he would be on the court with Russ and KD, but he'd have the ball. So right. He's never been in this situation where he somebody's passing the ball to the post and he's standing on the opposite way.
Right, just
he's
waiting.
Never been that guy.
So that's a little different for somebody.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So now if he's gonna run it through James, then you're gonna see the Brooklyn James when KD and them couldn't play. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see that. And hopefully it works out. I think that we can steal a game or two or whatever. I think we'll be fine. You know what I mean? I think we'll be fine. And he comes back with the black mask.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have to come back with the black mask. You mentioned Marcus Smart. Did you think he deserved the Defensive Player of the Year?
He's tough.
Okay.
He's tough.
There was no, I don't know who should have. There was no.
I thought there was no clear-cut winner.
No clear-cut winner. I was fine giving it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'd rather have him have it than Rudy.
Well, but people say she'll still go back to that.
What? Oh,
the mic touching. The mic touching.
Yeah, I think it's wondering, because Utah's done, right? Are they done? They're done, right? And Chicago's done.
Yes,
which I knew they would.
Which is going to be interesting to see what Zach LaVine does.
Yeah. I'm not big on him. I'm just not big. I think he's selfish. I think he's a selfish.
Well, the way that it right now, when he was asked about it, and obviously he did, what he's going to say, I'm going to see what's the best for me, and blah blah blah. Yeah. But what were your thoughts, Coach? Sorry about that.
No, I think he's a guy that if he can go into he's a clutch guy. If he goes to the Lakers, if they can figure out how to get rid of Russ and add Levine, like that's a good spot. Like that kind of situation. He can't be a number one. He can't be that.
Right.
And on a championship team, he's not even a number two.
He's like a number 3. He's like an Andrew Wiggins.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you can put him in a situation like that where, listen, all we really need you to do is just go score. Like that's it. That's what he's made for.
Yeah.
But like in Chicago, it was like, all right, we need you to score. Sometimes we need you to handle the ball. Definitely need you to play defense. Like he can't do that.
Yeah. He you know what? That pairing of DeRozan and Levine, it reminded me a little bit of like Dion Waiters and Kyrie a little bit. And not saying that, as far as like the offensive efficiency, I'm not trying to match that, but it's the, Dion would be seeing Kyrie shoot and be like, he's shooting too much. Let me get my shit off. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of saw that with like Levine. I saw him like complaining and whatnot to DeRozan. I'm like, DeRozan is the one that's been carrying you. Now, he's going to fumble the bag like he normally does because that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what he had in that closeout game for Chicago, but he was very, differential and passing and just doesn't have that when you want it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me.
I think what hurt Chicago a lot was Lonzo being hurt.
I'm
sure. They didn't have that point guard that could kind of, all right, Levine, it's your turn. DeRozan, you go. Like they didn't have that. They were trying to figure it out themselves.
No. But I mean, you got good matchups though overall. I mean, like this second round. I mean, aside from the Dallas Phoenix series, which I think is going to be, not so great of a series.
I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I'm big fan of Phoenix. I mean, I think that
I'm a big fan of Dallas. Matter of fact, shout out Rick Brunson. He said, listen, we ain't giving no discounts. Bring him home to Philly. Could he be that other star? But they probably don't need him though, right? Because he's a point guard, right? You got James already, Maxey, right?
I don't know, but I mean,
I see him in the Garden though.
That's where I think he's going.
With him and Donovan.
That wouldn't surprise me.
You know what I'm saying? I see him in the Garden though. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, you got good. Like I said, the series are going to be good though. I mean, you got like even today, like you said, you got the Boston game.
Yeah.
You obviously Sixers, Miami. I think the Warriors and Grizzlies is going to be a surprisingly good series.
It's going to be a really good one.
I mean, I
like Memphis.
I was going to say I'd give Memphis a chance to pull that upset.
Yeah, I like Memphis.
And I know you said the Phoenix and you like Dallas. Dallas battles. But I think Phoenix is going to handle that series.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Luka's the best player in the series.
Yeah,
so that's what.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
No, he's unbelievable.
But
so fun to watch.
I gotta give a shout out to the Timberwolves. That Anthony Edwards is special. He's tough. He's tough. I like their team. I do. I don't know why I do, but I do.
Do you like everybody on their team?
I like D'Lo. I like Anthony Edwards. I even like Cat.
Okay. That's where I stop.
You don't like Cat's personality.
I don't like. Well, no. Here's what I don't like about him. Yes, true, but
that's what it is.
No, it is that. But I also don't like the way he came up very small in that series.
Okay, that's fair.
Very small.
Okay,
and I think they can. I think he's the piece that they need to move to win.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that.
Really?
I don't think
I think you keep D'Lo. I think you keep Anthony. I think D'Lo came up small in a lot of those games too. But I think he's a piece you can win with. I think Cat. Who's the guy on that team?
It's supposed to be Cat.
It's supposed to be, but it's not.
It's
Anthony Edwards.
It's Edwards.
And Cat can't.
I'll get you over. That's fair.
Well, no, he can't give it up. Like I think if Cat would say, "It's your team," not say it, but just play like that. It's your team. I'm the second fiddle.
Yeah,
I think that could be more.
I think it would be better, but I think
he's fighting that. And I don't know if you watched that game. What was that? Game 6?
The last one,
where they're fighting, going back and forth. Cat comes down, pulls up from 45 feet.
Right.
Like, what the hell are you doing?
Right. Almost in competition with him.
Like, that's my turn. I'm gonna be the hero. Yeah. Like,
I mean, it's hard. It's hard not to like Anthony Edwards though. I mean, just the way he plays the game. Everything about him, personality
He's
wise.
tough though.
Yeah,
He's really tough.
You know.
I think the future is bright for them. I think they could really benefit from good coaching. I think, Flip Saunders, his unfortunate passing, that team was ready to do something, I thought. And then he passed, right? So then they've been kind of trying to figure it out. And they got a decent coach.
I think he's doing a good job.
I just don't think he's the coach to get you over. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering, like, how would it... I even think Frank Vogel out there might be all right? Or somebody like that in that, regard. I think that, you know what I'm saying? Just because, Edwards and Cat got to learn to play together.
Yeah, and Vogel's got the experience of coaching stars.
You got Beverly out there. Like, that's a nice pickup for them. Yeah. They're a decent team. I
think they overachieved this year.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think, I think you I think his name's Chris Finch. I think
Chris Finch.
I think, see what he can do, and you still have time.
Yeah, that's true. So we hope for the best with the Sixers, though. We definitely hope for the best, man.
We do. But listen, I know we got to transition over. We got to transition
I can't wait for that transition.
So what, to the Eagles draft?
Yes, indeed.
Listen, they had a very strong draft. Very strong draft. I mean, there's nothing about what happened this weekend that I can knock on the Eagles.
Let me quote someone.
Go ahead.
He's a good brother, too. You guys don't know. But he does. I'm actually going to be on his show live with M. Dow. And he doesn't know that I look, Facebook's a newspaper to me.
I know, you love newspaper.
I wake up in the morning, I scroll and I watch, and I love listening and looking at people's thoughts, right? So, but he had an interesting thought.
Okay.
And I agree with him. And he doesn't know that I'm shouting him out or whatever. So shout out Marcus Dow and, the show that he's doing and bringing. He brings small businesses to light and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's a really dope show, right? But he doesn't even know that I'm sitting here and I'm talking about him because he made a comment. And I was like, yeah. In fact, another Penns Grove dude, I don't really know him. That's my Aloe's boy. You know what I'm saying? Dante, I call him Al. Call him Aloe too. That's his name, man. You know what I mean? But his man, I think he go by Silver, whatever. He made an interesting point too, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. But this one from Marcus, he said, Howie, the stuff that Howie did was on some next level GM-ish. I totally agree. And he was one, and he's a diehard fan just because of what I observed, right? He's a diehard fan. And I'm like, yo, finally somebody gets what I'm saying. That's how I'm looking at it. Like somebody gets that, yo, Howie is a next level GM. But you guys don't feel that way.
Okay, so here, time out.
And that's where I'm like,
time out.
I'm like, it must be a personal vendetta.
No, it's not. So you ask him.
He is next level.
But he was next level this draft. So
that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. It's always
this draft. He was awesome.
He brought y'all a fucking ring. Okay, there's people. Because it had been. You know what? I almost feel like when Jada said to Will about August, it had been so long since I felt good. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's been.
Let me tell you,
listen, that's how it's been for y'all for the Super Bowl.
Listen,
and he brought that.
If Will ever listens to this show,
can I make an analogy for you? As an educator,
let's go.
If you have a student, he's a C student, okay? C student for a few years. Then he gets straight A's. Okay, straight A's.
Yes,
for a season, for a school year.
Sure.
Then goes down to C's and D's. Is that acceptable?
Yes.
Why is that acceptable to you?
Because there's ebbs and flows to everything. Doesn't take away from the greatness. I'm a great guy, but I may not. But I have some bad moments. Doesn't change that I'm a great guy.
No. You're an average guy. You get C's. Then you have a great, like you're this year you did it. You did great, right? You did great. So you're showing us that you can do it. And then you go back down again. What's wrong, man? What's wrong? And then you did great again. we're supposed to just accept the mediocrity from you?
No. So that same analogy, but let's break it down into marking periods, though. Okay, marking period 1, I'm A, but marking period 2, I'm C. But then
That's not okay.
No, I'm not saying it is, but the man is human. He's human.
But the thing is,
but judge him. But I guess what I'm getting to is, where am I judged at? I'm judged at the overall.
Right. But
No, you're
overall,
judged on the team that's on the field. Period. Like, so if
y'all don't like him, it just
no, I think he did a great job.
I was
You know
gonna
what I
guess.
say? You know what I said? The best thing he did was when he made that trade. When he made the trade, the first pick, I said, "Yo, he's in it right now," because he
Okay.
said, "You know what? I'm gonna take away my weakness."
See, that's what I'm saying,
Play
right?
it to his strength.
No. Not that he was strategizing.
No, that's what makes it the next level. I agree. That's smart. It's genius.
Right, but but not that no. See what?
No, I'm
what
giving
you
him-
said. But no, you're giving them props, but you're through the props. It's actually it's a dig there.
No.
It's
It's not meant to be. I see what you're saying. I don't mean it that way.
Okay.
I mean it like, okay, I need a wide receiver.
Okay.
Who's the best wide receiver in this draft? It's XYZ. You know what? They're looking to trade that guy. I can pay that guy. All right, I can't get this. That's a genius move. I didn't mean it as a negative. I didn't mean it as a dig at all. Like, I didn't mean that.
Okay.
That's not what I meant.
Okay.
That's I think this draft was the best draft he's
hands
probably
down.
ever had.
hands down.
Well,
And I mean that in a great way. Like, that's
when I say that and I agree with Marcus Dow when he says that he is on this next level GM ish is what
But
he's
the
saying.
thing is, but
okay?
this
I
is-
agree with that, because I think if you look at his whole career as a GM, 80% he's got it right. He's got
Not
winning.
in the- not in the
he's got
draft.
winning.
No.
Listen, I'm not going. I'm talking
He's
about
a great-
total. His total. I'm looking at the.
But the thing
picture.
is, they're right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so
he's a good GM.
I'll take that.
He's a good GM.
He's a bad at drafting.
Well, that might not be his strong suit.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
It's a negative.
Well, it's just not as strong as him putting.
He's a great
Team together.
He's phenomenal with the financial piece of things. He's phenomenal at restructuring and structuring contracts. He has.
I think he goes and gets free agents.
Right.
I think he goes and gets.
This
good
was
free
a draft
agents.
that there was nothing you could say that he did wrong.
I think he did a great job.
He an A, hands down A. Howie, hats off this draft.
Okay. This draft.
Yes.
Okay.
This draft.
Okay.
But again,
You was loving him with Carson, though.
no, we're not bringing. That's not even.
No,
the
I'm
point.
just saying, but you was loving him with Carson in that draft.
But even Carson,
so he fell off, though.
How
right?
long ago was that draft?
Yeah.
It's 2016. That's 5 years ago.
2015, actually, I believe the 2015
You might
draft.
be
maybe.
right.
You know, but the thing is, he still comes and he has to make. He had this draft because of the failures of other drafts. So yes, he improved and he got better. It's okay, finally, Howie.
Well, he had
you got
to-
better.
he had
but
to-
he did it because, like, for example, if he drafts properly, you don't need to go get AJ Brown because you have Justin Jefferson. You have DK Metcalf. You know, I mean, you don't have to go make these moves.
Well, listen, I mean, that's fair, but in the end, he still ended up in the place that he wanted to be, right? So he had to make some maneuvers to get in this
No,
position.
he did.
And he did that.
He did.
agree.
He did a great job.
He's a great GM. Can we finally
I'm
admit
saying,
it?
no, I'm saying he's a good GM.
He's a great GM.
You can say
He's-
great.
I
I'm
think
gonna say
he's-
good.
Great's.
Good.
Wait,
Okay.
wait.
If somebody is
If
a good,
Kevin Durant's not great, then Howie Roseman's not great.
No,
There's no way you
Oh,
can say
well.
that. There's
Wait a minute.
no way you can say that.
Yes, I can, because listen, Kevin, like Barkley said, he was a bus rider. Okay, he was a bus rider. He wasn't a bus driver.
And then Katie put him on blast.
oh yeah. And then Charles talked about the guys banging him. You know, when the guys are banging you.
That was great.
That was hilarious.
Shaq couldn't keep it straight at all.
Shaq was like, he's like, when you down here, the guys are banging you.
Yeah,
But
but
Go ahead.
I mean, just think about overall what Howie has done. If you pull up Howie by the numbers, the same way you used to pull up Carson by the numbers,
okay.
the same way, the same argument that you have for Carson, But this argument is valid. Carson was fool's gold. And
hands down.
I don't blame Howie for Carson at all.
Right. But listen, he went and got him. He traded up to get him. You said you had to pay him.
Everybody thought
had
that was
to
the
pay
right thing.
Right,
this and that. And then he was smart enough to say, I gotta cut this.
What he's done in the last,
you know what I'm saying?
what he's done in flipping Carson and being able to get that first round pick for him, and then on top of that with this trade.
How is that not next level, GM?
But this is all going back over the mistakes I made and how do I correct them. A great GM doesn't make these mistakes originally.
Actually, a great GM makes mistakes, but knows how to make up for them. Everybody makes failures, but it's the get after to make up for those failures. He brought you something that hadn't been seen in your father's lifetime, anybody's lifetime that's ever been an Eagles fan, they were able to feel that. That's why it was a national holiday around here.
Yeah.
So every GM who's won a Super Bowl is great.
No,
I'm just asking.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
No, I cannot say that.
Okay.
I'm talking about Howie specifically, what he's done in his tenure. He's made the teams competitive. There's been very few years.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? That where it's been like, Chip Kelly, he made a mistake. He was man enough to get rid of it, to go, you know what I'm saying, and go out. You know what I mean? The Carson thing, he was able to, he turned the page on Donovan. You know what I'm saying? And then he had him and Andy Reid, whatever they had to wear, I thought to bring in Mike Vick. And they still kept going. They still always was there.
I think this draft, from what I can see, I think Jeffrey Lurie kind of stepped back and took his hands out of the pot a little bit. Because
who knows?
It seems like it at least.
I think from the Super Bowl to now, this is Howie's best work.
Yeah. And it all started with getting rid of Carson.
And I think from the Super Bowl till now, he was below average.
Well, the team now, right? You got a good team now, right? How that whole team come together? Like Eagles going to be favored to win something, right?
They're not going to win anything. They're going to win anything. They're going to be. They might be favored to be. They
can win the NFC East, though.
They may be. I think the Cowboys still get favored to win the NFC East. Because the jury is still out on Jalen Hurts, and people are still very down on him. So I think that's going to be something that plays into expectations for the Eagles.
Maybe so. I mean, I don't know. I think that listen, you give Jalen the same thing you giving Carson. You know what I mean? Because I thought at one time, I thought they put a lot of pieces around Carson to help, even though they complained in that last 1 year, they say, oh, he's the only quarterback to do this and blah, blah, blah. Same way, that's what I'm saying. The same way you defended it.
Well, I mean, in defense, they didn't put a lot of pieces around Carson. At one point,
2017, that 20, when Carson was at his
season,
great,
yes.
But that's what you're judging him on. You judged him on that one season.
We did.
So he put things around him. So let's be able to do the same thing for Hurts. You putting them pieces around him.
We are.
That's I'm telling you, he's next level. I don't even know. He's one of the top GMs in the game in football.
I don't know the other GMs like that.
I mean, he's well respected.
I just know there's been some very obvious, and I think he made in the draft anyway. Like the AJ Brown thing was definitely was outside the box, but I think in his draft, I think he made the obvious selection.
And he didn't. That was the issue.
I think that's what's right. No, and I'm not saying it in negative. Like Justin Jefferson was the obvious selection that year, and he took Jalen Reagor. That's the obvious selection. Okay. The year before that, for whoever it was when they could have had DK, that was an
Okay.
And I think I don't mean obvious. I don't know if I would I'm saying in the football world, everybody's like, oh, they need to take this guy.
That's when they
should take this guy. And the Philadelphia Eagles select this guy. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like there was no what are you doing? There was none of that.
Right.
So and this draft may end up being the worst draft he's had because the players just don't pan out. Nobody knows. But from the on paper, it looks good.
It looks good. I mean, you got some good players. I mean, the D tackle they got, great pick.
I just want, my prayer was hoping that you guys would finally admit that he's a great GM.
No, I'm saying he had a great.
I think he's a good
draft.
GM.
I think he had a great
I never
draft.
thought he was a terrible GM. I thought he was bad at the draft.
Yes, I agreed. Agreed. He always because he's been able to bring in guys, bring in pieces because of his ability to restructure contracts, which is a big part of being a GM. His drafting has been less to be desired. Now I can sit here and say, Howie Roseman, you've had an A+ offseason.
Drafted Carson Wentz and he flipped him for something.
When you have a draft where there's a guy on the board that you leave on the board that is breaking records left and right, and you have a guy that you're thinking about cutting that you took instead of him, that sticks in your mind
Yes.
very strongly.
Listen, everybody's human. You know what I'm saying?
But no,
Mistakes
but I
are
mean,
made.
But you
Mistakes
can't.
are made.
And there's some jobs where you can't be human.
Right.
Yeah, what some jobs in Philadelphia.
No, that was like
You know
a
what I'm
doctor
saying?
saying, "Oh, I was supposed to do a heart transplant and I took half the lung."
No, I'm just saying some jobs in Philadelphia. I mean, you know, I just don't think that people listen.
Because Philadelphia fans hold their people accountable more. Like that's not real.
There's nothing wrong with holding anybody accountable. I'm just saying, look at my long game. Pause. but seriously, like, yo, judge me on everything.
But if
not
you do
just
that,
a moment.
But if you,
know
do
what I'm saying?
that, if you do that, then Donovan McNabb's still our quarterback.
I mean,
Sometimes you have to judge people on what they're doing at the time.
okay. I mean, you know, okay. I'm just saying that, you know, he will go down as the greatest GM in Eagles history thus far. Okay. You know, he should definitely be in the Eagles, Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame, right? And he brought the city a championship.
He's a good GM.
championship.
He is a good GM.
Like, you know, you were there. Were you out there celebrating?
I was out there.
You was out there. Were you out there?
I was not.
Right. I didn't think so. But you were celebratory. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember. You were, and you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, the man that made it possible for you to have those memories in your mind. You can't admit that he's a great GM?
No, I'm just saying he's a good GM.
He's a good GM.
He's a good GM.
I don't.
And why is
Howie,
why-
I don't know what else I could do
But
for you.
What is
What-
being a good GM?
Right.
Bad
Like
thing?
what's wrong with saying he's a good GM? And I appreciate what he's done.
He's
Exactly.
had
Just like
very good years. He's had bad
Yes.
years.
right
That
now,
makes you good.
right now, this season, phenomenal.
Okay.
They set the Eagles up well.
Yeah.
I mean, they
I thought
got
last year he did a phenomenal job.
yeah.
You know?
In the draft,
I just overall for the season. We're judging him on the season.
you know what's crazy? It's hard. Like the GM can do all this stuff. They can have the right, but if the players or the coach mess it all up, the GM looks bad, or the
Looks bad.
GM looks great.
Yeah.
So like, it's hard to really like. How do you judge a GM?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, but I mean, it's not the only GM that's made mistakes. But
Of course not.
Yeah.
you know, but the
I mean,
one
I-
He's the only GM we care about.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like as a Yankee fan, I love Brian Cashman. He's made mistakes, but I don't let his mistakes forget what he's done for me. I guess that's what I'm saying.
So if Brian Cashman, the next, when was the last time the Yankees won?
It's been a minute.
I'm not throwing shots.
No. It was the year after the Phillies won, right?
there's 09.
All right, that was a shot.
So
I
the
know
next
that.
4 years,
Okay.
the Yankees are not. It's just not working.
Yo, listen. I mean, we're upset
But we're still cool. Just keep him.
because he's his track record shows that he knows what. You know, he's trying. It's not like he's not trying. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying, man. You know what I'm saying?
You sound like my player.
I'm just
Coach,
saying.
he's trying.
I'm trying.
You know what?
You're trying, man.
Sometimes trying's not good enough. Sometimes you just gotta get it
You're
done.
trying, man. You know what I mean? You know, it's all good though. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, it's the things now. Like I said, the biggest thing now that people are concerned about is can Hurts lead the team? That's what I'm hearing. And like I said, I'm on board with Hurts.
Where are you hearing this at?
If you
'Cause I'm
listen to the radio,
I've been listening to the radio and I'm not hearing that shit. Where are you hearing
listen,
this
if
at?
you listen to the radio,
No.
there is plenty of people that do not believe that he can be the quarterback of the future.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask one question. Have you been hearing anything from the Carsoners?
From the Carsoners.
Yes. About Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah, but
Oh,
they're not.
okay.
But one doesn't have to do with the other. I mean,
Okay, I'm just saying.
I think that I personally
Anyone
think
still be a Carson.
I don't know how you can be.
But there are though.
They're definitely.
There are. I mean, look, I was a Carson, but you know, I just peel that off.
It's
you know,
all good.
The
It's all good.
But I mean, that's the biggest concern.
But the interesting thing is that you don't like Howie. I'm going to say this, and I could be wrong. And maybe I'm being judgmental. I just think you guys don't like him. I don't think that there's nothing that he could do that could win you over.
I'm never going to
I'm
say.
thumbs up on Howie right now.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, there was no celebratory. Do you think he did a good job, right?
I said that. I said he had a great
Did you
draft.
celebrate him?
This was a great draft. Phenomenal draft. This
Nothing
year
he could do, man.
this year was great.
Okay.
But it doesn't make me forget about the mistakes he made.
Okay.
You know?
Damn. Forgive and let go.
You know, I mean,
what I'm saying? Forgive and let go.
Well, no, sometimes you commit things you just can't forget.
I got you.
You know.
It's all good.
But
It's all good.
but I mean it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
It
fun,
is.
I think so. I mean they got good picks. I mean the D tackle they got is nice. The kid they got in the third round, I think is gonna be a stud. So
That's good.
We'll see. But
See, man, go Eagles, man. Be Eagles. It'd be Eagle time, no times, and just a little bit.
first of all, the
you know,
funny
man.
thing is, like, it's what we're in May now.
That's right.
You know, it's not exactly the time of the year that I'm thinking about Eagles.
No, I got you.
You know, so
But the draft is a big thing.
it
You know what I'm
is.
saying? It's a big thing. You know what I mean? And that's how much I'm disconnected from football. I didn't even know the draft goes over like several days. Like I didn't know all that.
It's,
4 days now?
Yeah.
3 or 4 days. It's just
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't even know all that. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing I didn't know. You know what I mean? Just like for a while, I didn't know that people threw Oscar parties. You know what I'm saying? Like people threw parties just to watch the Oscars. These are the things I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
They do.
Oh.
It's real. They don't do it as much as anymore.
Okay,
Could you imagine if you threw a party to watch the Oscars this year?
that would have been a good party.
What a turn! What that was a great party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But it's all good though.
You know, but I don't know. Like I said, when it comes to the draft, like the first round, maybe the second round, I'm peeking in. You know what we do after that. It's just they're just
Whatever.
names.
Yeah, I got
You know, just names.
Never a baseball draft party, huh?
No.
No. And that goes on for a long time.
Oh, the
Isn't
baseball drafts.
during the season.
Oh my God, it actually is. It
How
actually
many
is.
rounds is it? Like 16?
No, I want to say the baseball draft is like 50 some rounds.
50 something rounds, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because you can get picked while you're still in middle school.
Well, almost.
Right?
Almost.
Serious,
I mean,
though.
it's crazy. They got guys coming out now to like the 12U games
Yeah.
offering high school scholarships
Seriously.
and even college scholarships. Like,
Seriously.
you know, I had a buddy's son, he committed as a freshman to his college.
Yeah.
So,
Unreal. Was it Coastal Carolina is the big one, I think.
they are one of the big ones,
One of
yeah.
the big ones, yeah. So,
So, but, you
it's all
know,
good though.
but like I said, well, you know,
How's the Phillies doing though, by
they just got no hit the other night.
Damn.
But they got the Mets this weekend.
Yeah, I know. I saw it in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you
So,
doing?
But they 1-1 in the series.
Oh, okay.
So they
Baseball
won
is Sunday tonight. Sunday baseball.
Sunday night baseball.
That's
Right.
good. That's
Yeah.
good. Who's pitching? Nola?
No,
How's the ace doing?
he is not the ace.
No, he is the ace.
I'm not going to get in this with you.
No,
You just
Zach.
rev me up.
No. I'm talking about Zach.
Oh, Zach.
He's the ace.
He's struggling a little bit, but that's
Oh,
because he
the
had a
ace.
shortened spring training.
Okay, what about Nola? Did he?
Yeah.
is he-
Average at best.
Why is he struggling?
Because he's just average at best.
Oh. Not because he had a short spring
No,
training.
he did not have a shortened spring training.
Oh, really?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. Wheeler did because of his arm problems.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No.
All
But
right.
you know
That's all
they're
good.
doing okay.
Okay.
So I think they're five. They're
How's
500.
Rhea Muto? I mean, because I was talking with Coach. I do have something for you guys.
Go ahead.
But then the interesting thing, he said, well, all right, so he's going to talk about Rhea Muto. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I had to think about it later. I'm like, wait, is something going on with
I didn't
Rhea
know if
Muto?
something was going on.
Okay.
I thought you knew something.
Okay.
I haven't followed the Phillies.
Okay, all right, okay. So
I don't know.
Rhea Muto, how's Muto playing? He's playing good?
Yeah, he's doing good.
All right.
You know,
Castellanos?
doing okay.
All right.
I mean, they were 500 in the month.
Okay.
They were 500.
Okay.
You know,
He started off hot, though. Huh?
they did.
They always do.
They do. I mean, look,
Always do.
baseball. As much as I love it, you can't get too hyped up and down
Mhm.
until where you at August 1st.
Yeah. That's what, it sounds good. But you
Listen, I mean, look, they
You
win
get
6
hyped.
straight, and I'm thinking, I got
Yeah.
my World Series
Yeah,
tickets
exactly.
already purchased. So I understand.
Exactly.
So,
But anyway, listen, we only got 7 minutes left. So
We do.
I do want to just say this real quick. I met a dude. Well, actually, I've spoken to him before, but we were just having conversation. And he is from Pennsgrove. And he was a New Jersey Nets fan. And he didn't, in fact, having further discussion with him, he didn't understand how come people were Philly fans before New Jersey fans, because that's your state team.
Well, bring him on the show.
I want to. And I told him, I said, I have to get you to come on the show, because that's an interesting debate. Because I think that he's right, though. He never understood
That
that.
sounds good.
I mean, in every test group, there's always an outlier.
It sounds good.
I think so. I think there's a lot of people like him.
No, there's not.
You know, I was thinking about this because you had kind of tipped me off to what it was before. And you know, it's just like anything else though. Like, I didn't choose who I was going to be a fan of.
Okay, that's fair.
It's ingrained in.
It's ingrained.
Mhm.
That's
if you
fair.
have
That's
parents,
fair.
uncles,
That's
whatever
fair.
that
That's
are-
fair.
So that's just
That's just who
what
it
it
was.
was. And you know what? To be honest with you, my dad was a New York Giants fan.
Okay,
That's why I'm not a diehard Eagles fan,
right.
because in my house the Eagles were.
It was the Giants.
It was the Giants.
Okay,
But then as you get older, like everybody's around the Eagles, like
right.
you know. So I'm like,
You're indifferent sometimes.
yeah, like I'm
Okay.
just like I root for. The Eagles are the local team, so that's kind of what I follow.
Yeah,
But I'm not like a.
but you're more. You always come on home, man. You're more Giant.
I'm
It's all right.
I'm not more Giant. No, I'm
Okay,
just.
but your
I
Giant.
know, like the Giants' history. I know a lot about.
Talkington, is that?
I don't go that far back.
Okay, all right, but
Like
you.
Pepper Johnson.
Oh, Pepper John.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, Carl
Mark-
Banks.
Carl
yeah,
Banks,
yeah,
Mark
Mark Bavaro. Yeah, okay.
So my uncle was actually Pepper Johnson's roommate in college.
Oh, that's a Giant man.
So I used to like.
Giant
I used
man.
to go. You know what's crazy? I remember they lost to the Rams, and my man caught the ball and just ran right through the tunnel. Anyway, they used to like after the games, they would have like tailgates the team after the games in the middle of the parking lot.
Wow.
It was insane. Like, so the game ends and we go outside and my uncle starts setting up all. I'm like, what are we doing? He's like, oh, they got, you know,
Right.
we're just gonna stay hang out for a little bit.
Chill for a little
And they
bit.
like literally there was like the team
Wow.
was just like it was a
Oh,
tailgate
wow.
with the team.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh wow. that's
Like,
dope.
but not like in some private parking lot. It was just like
In the main
in
parking lot.
Like the jet roll lot.
It's there.
Yeah, see.
Oh,
So I
okay.
remember that.
Look at
But
that.
yeah, so like I think that has a lot to do with it.
Right. And look at all those memories, even though, we're leasing from Jersey, but look at all those memories in the New Jersey parking lot. New Jersey feel, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit.
You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
Come on.
Well,
Come
hold on.
man.
Yeah,
It's all good, man.
What I know Phil was saying, he grew up in South Jersey, but loves all New York, Jersey squads and the Browns. But tell him why, though, Phil. Tell him why if we get a chance
You
to.
got to explain.
I know the
Browns.
answer. I know the answer.
But Browns is originally from Baltimore, so it must be a beat.
No, it's a television thing. He'll tell, hopefully
Oh.
he types on it. It's a television. It's what he was able to view growing up on, what came through. So
So then he should be a Braves fan.
Right, because that was TBS.
Well, yeah, but-
27.
no, he's a little older. He's a little older. So it was before
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I'm gonna say I know everything about the Braves.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Ron Gant was
Listen,
my boy.
listen. Ron Gant had the legs of tree trunks.
Ron Gant.
I love the Braves.
Pendleton,
I loved watching the Braves.
Dale Murphy.
Yeah,
Del Murphy.
I love watching the Braves. I
The
tried to.
Crime Dogs.
Yeah, they were great. Terry Pendleton.
Yeah,
I mean, I love. My
Yeah.
brother was a huge Braves fan. I think I've said that
Yeah.
before.
yeah.
He, and I used to try to like emulate the chop, and like turn it into a Phillies chop because I wanted to do the chop. When I went down to Atlanta,
Right.
I was like, I'm here. I'm doing.
So Dav saying he like the Yankees, Blazers, and Vikings.
That's just
Like, what
Yeah.
is what is that?
that's all over the
Yeah.
place.
No,
So
but listen. I mean, it's again. I think it's just an interesting conversation because I couldn't believe it. I was actually shocked because I feel like you guys had kind of, you kind of led me to believe that most South Jerseyans love the Sixers.
It's the fact. It's not most.
But
It's the majority.
majority.
I don't know. It may be in this area because the bridge is right there.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, this man was from Pennsgrove, and he was like, yo, he loved the Nets. He was a grew up New Jersey Net fan because that's
Well, he
the
might as well
home.
be a Delaware Blue
But what
fan.
he roots for the Devils. He said, yo, that's the home team.
Right.
I'm from New Jersey. That's the home
So
team.
who's his basketball team now? I'm just asking. for a friend.
I think I forget who he. I forget who he said.
Seton Hall.
No, I forget who he said though.
Well, listen.
Yo, listen. Like I said, I think it's an interesting. I'm gonna circle back though, because I want to bring him on, yo.
Right?
Because that's an interesting debate, man. You know what I mean? Like, how come you don't root for your home team?
Fair enough.
That's messed up, man.
So,
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. All these memories I'm hearing, it's messed up, man. It's all good though.
It
So
is.
we're only allowed to like hockey now. So we can't root for anything.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. Like, hey, listen. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I know.
It's all good.
Well, listen. With that said, I know we usually go into our final thoughts, but we know we got to wrap it up on our show tonight.
Yes.
But with that said, I know we were glad we were back on here this week. Good, lot of viewership this morning. We appreciate it once again. As always, on Facebook, on Instagram, up on Twitter. Appreciate the support. For Jason Bryce, for Marcus Bullock, appreciate you guys checking in. And wait, before we go, Phil said, I'm 47. We got New York channels as well, Philly channels at the time, because we're closer to the shore, and my dad is from Jersey City. Philly games were always blacked out. So, again, that's how people get their different teams. So, all right. Well, listen, appreciate all the watching. Appreciate all the viewership. For Jason, for Marcus, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.